Here's something no one tells you about growing old. It's not the losing that's hard, it's the disappearing. Not disappearing all at once, disappearing so slowly that even you don't notice it happening. Until one day you're standing in a quiet house, and you realize almost no one has asked you a real question in weeks. We think loneliness in old age is about being alone, but really, it's about becoming invisible while you're still very much in the room. Picture a house with a porch light. For decades, that light stays on every evening, because people are coming and going, kids running through the door, neighbors stopping by, the phone ringing at dinner, and then slowly, the light stays on, but fewer people come. Not because anyone stopped loving you, just because life moved everyone else's front doors a little farther away. And that's when the real quiet begins. Because growing older isn't the brave part. The brave part is letting yourself be seen when you've spent years learning how to disappear. I had a friend named Eleanor. Eleanor was the kind of woman everyone loved being around. Sharp, funny, the one who remembered your birthday before you did. She knew your children's names. She remembered how you took your coffee. For 40 years, her home was the center of everything. Sunday dinners, grandkids underfoot, the phone ringing before she'd even finished her coffee. But Eleanor had a rule, an unspoken rule she didn't even know she was following. She would let you in, but only to a certain room. You could visit her kitchen, her stories, her laughter. You could hear her opinions and her memories. But the door to the quiet room, the one with the unanswered questions, the fears she couldn't name, the need she never let anyone hold, that door stayed closed. One afternoon, her granddaughter visited and found her sitting at the kitchen table, alone, in silence, the television off. Eleanor tried the usual line, "I'm fine, sweetheart." But her granddaughter didn't move. She didn't accept it through an intercom. She walked all the way in. She said, "Grandma, I don't think you're fine. I think you've gotten so good at telling us you're fine that we all stopped asking." Eleanor didn't answer right away, and when she finally did, her voice cracked in a way her granddaughter had never heard before. "I didn't want to be a burden, so I just got quiet. And then I think everyone got used to the quiet. And I realized something crucial. Eleanor wasn't afraid of being alone. She was terrified of being a burden, because being a burden means needing people, and needing people means risking that one day they might see how much you need them, and quietly decide it's too much. It's easier to be alone by choice. It's devastating to be alone because you taught everyone you didn't need them. Here's the psychological truth we don't talk about. We think loneliness in old age is about being forgotten, but real loneliness is about self-erasure, quietly deciding you're too much trouble to need anyone, long before anyone actually pulls away. Because here's what happens to so many of us as we get older. We start protecting the people we love from our own need. We don't want to worry them. We don't want to be a burden. So we answer, "I'm fine," one more time. We turn the volume down on ourselves gently until the day comes when no one can hear us at all. Not because anyone stopped listening, because we made ourselves so easy to stop listening to. But here's the thing about porch lights. They don't go out because no one loves the house anymore. They go out because the person inside stopped believing anyone was still looking for it. The twist is this. The isolation so many people fear in old age isn't something that happens to you. Far more often, it's something you quietly build, one polite deflection at a time, trying to protect the people you love from the weight of your own need. So here's the choice, and only you can answer it. Do you keep saying, "I'm fine," until it becomes true simply because no one asks anymore? Or do you let someone see the actual answer, even if it's messier than fine? Because you don't get both. You don't get to be fully known and fully guarded at the same time. So here's your action. Small, but not easy. This week, when someone asks how you're doing, resist the reflex. Don't say, "I'm fine." Say one true thing instead. One worry, one quiet ache, one thing you've been carrying alone. Just one. And when they don't flinch, when they lean in instead of stepping back, let that land. Let it sink in. Let it start to prove to the part of you that's been protecting everyone from your loneliness for years, that being needed by you isn't a burden, it's an invitation. The loneliest truth about growing old was never that people stopped showing up. It's that the porch light was ours to keep on the whole time. The only question is, are you finally ready to leave it lit?